Many women ask me this question. I've been dating a guy, we've went on a couple dates together, I really like him, I think he's a good one, but he's initiating physically with me and I don't feel comfortable yet sleeping with him, but I don't know how to shut him down or say no to him without hurting his feelings or scaring him away because I want to be in a relationship before I open myself up and have sex with him. What do I do? How do I communicate to this guy so he understands my values without scaring him away and without killing the energy, but still allowing it to grow? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about a way that you can do that. I'm going to give you an actual couple sentences that you can use that, if they're true to you, they will actually help the guy feel challenged in a good way to get closer to you, and for both of you to have an aligned vision that you can both be working towards, where you can end up in the relationship, he can end up getting close to you, and he can end up in a fulfilling relationship with you as well. So the traditional dynamic is this one where as a guy is getting close to a woman and he is wanting to connect deeper with her, many times the most available way to a traditional man in our society, the most available way for a man to do that is culturally acceptable and is one that's appropriate for masculinity, is physical intimacy, is for him to be the initiator, kiss you, move things forward physically, and have sex with you. And it is one very easy and way that is applauded by other men for men to experience what they really want to experience, which is intimacy and connection. So many times though, unfortunately, because men have this myopic way of being able to socially connect with women that's acceptable, women feel like they get backed into a corner where they're saying, well, I don't feel comfortable opening up to you. My values are I need to feel safe in order to let you in completely. And that has to happen within a relationship that's committed. Now, this can be communicated in a number of ways. Sometimes the woman might be offended and think that the guy is just after her for her body, so she might draw a really firm boundary and say, you know, I'm not that type of woman, I don't know who you think I am. Or it might just be like, I feel like I need to be in a relationship, you have to be my boyfriend before I open myself up to you. And the problem with this dynamic, where this dynamic begins to fall apart, is the woman then is saying, okay, you want sex with me, and I want commitment from you, so I will give you my body, and I will give you sex if you give me the safety and the commitment that I'm looking for. And that makes sense. And the guy thinks, okay, so you want commitment, I'll give you the commitment, which is actually an illusion of safety. This is where the dynamic falls apart. It's an illusion of safety because the guy can simply say, okay, well, yeah, I guess I'll be your boyfriend. And I know tons of men that have done this because they are feeling pressured into stepping into a relationship because they really want to connect with a woman physically. But it's not an authentic stepping into committing to her. It's one where he is bartering. He's like, okay, I'm going to trade commitment for this sex that I want, and then on the other side of that, when the commitment is made and the sex is happening, the guy thinks, God, you know, I really don't want to be in a relationship with this woman because there's something missing. And that something missing is what I want to talk about in this video, and it's what I want to invite you to begin to focus on in the beginning stages of relationships with men. What I'm talking about is connection. The guy is actually not feeling connected to you on the other side of sex still. He's not feeling like he really got to know you enough. He's not feeling like the commitment that he perhaps has declared is actually holding anything of real value within it. It's not containing anything that has actually had time to build. So if we look at this, we know that men are wanting connection. Most men are wanting connection. Most healthy men that are looking for a woman in their life, and by the way, I made a video called What 86% of Guys Want, where I did a whole survey on this. And most men are looking for a long-term partner. Most men are looking for connection. The way that's socially acceptable, though, is to find it through sex, is to begin to find it through steps. That's like the first couple steps for a guy in our society. And a woman wants connection as well. But a woman believes that the connection is going to happen through the safety of this commitment. But I believe that if we reverse that dynamic and we made connection be the centerpiece, the piece that both sexes focus on first, is building a connection, a strong connection, then it's worthy of protecting it with the declaration of a commitment. Because imagine the relationship you have with a guy as you guys are planting seeds. You're planting seeds and you're beginning to blossom beautiful flowers together. And once you're able to do that, you can then, it's worthy of building a fence around it to protect it. But if you're just building a fence first and the soil hasn't been tilled and the seeds haven't been planted, the commitment just seems like a restriction. It seems like something that is made out of fear rather than made as a offering or a marriage to protect something that is worthy of protecting. That said, how would a woman communicate this to a guy? So the guy is initiating, he's advancing sexually with you. What would you say? How would you be able to, rather than turn him down, maybe deflect his masculine energy and see it as really it's a step forward that he wants you in some ways. Now, maybe he doesn't know whether he wants a full relationship with you, but he desires you. And I think that's a positive. So rather than stifle that and smash it down and reject the guy where he ends up running away, which happens so much, I see that happen so much unintentionally, how can we gently deflect the energy and challenge the guy to want to step up and build what truly matters, which is the connection? Well, instead of saying something like, I don't sleep with men until I'm in a committed relationship, it could be like, I love the fact that you want me so much and I'm really turned on. And I don't feel comfortable enough opening up to you yet completely. And what I really want, what's a requirement for me is I really want to feel deeply connected to you before we take this next step. I want to feel deeply connected to you before we take this next step. Now look, you're not asking the guy, you're not giving the guy the chance to give you some false commitment with that, right? You're not saying the way out of this is to just say that you're my boyfriend and then suddenly I'll sleep with you. It's to say, no, let's actually work on something together and let's build something. I want to perhaps see you more often. I want to get to know you more before I feel comfortable enough having sex. And what this does then is it challenges the guy and it aligns the guy to really begin to see what really matters in this interaction, which is he now sees a path to building intimacy with you. He sees that if he wants to get close to you in every way that he wants to get close to you, there is an investment that he's going to need to make in terms of time, in terms of presence, in terms of the way that he relates to you, in terms of how he listens to you. And once he starts to get invested in this process, sex will happen naturally. And you will begin to feel a real sense of safety as the two of you connect and really get to know each other, rather than this false sense of safety by possibly demanding a commitment and putting the commitment in front of the connection. Rather, put the connection in front of the commitment and allow the commitment to arise naturally. And this dynamic, this is alive. This theory, this concept, this way of positioning yourself, this stance within a relationship holds true all the way to getting a guy to commit to you fully in terms of marriage as well. There's this relaxedness, and it's not about strategy necessarily. It's not about having the right words. It's about what are you focused on within the relationship that actually makes it grow and makes it worth protecting and makes it something precious and sacred that both of you want to continue to foster and nourish. So that's my 2 thoughts on how to draw boundaries with a guy that respect yourself and allow you to hold true to your values and challenge him to step up and be a better man. If you got any questions, if you disagree with anything I said, post in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And if you are not on my newsletter yet, click on the link below this video to get my 8 secrets to create a rock-solid relationship, and like and subscribe to this video. All of your feedback, everything that you guys, the interactions and the engagement, they encourage me to continue to put this type of content out there for free for you. I enjoyed making this video, and I look forward to continuing to see your questions and jumping into conversations. Thanks.